This family was just trying to take a beach vacation, but halfway through the trip, everything suddenly turned into chaos. Without warning, countless cars on the highway completely lost control, blocking the entire road. But the strangest part was that there was not a single driver inside any of them. This woman noticed the words "driverless car" displayed inside. That was the moment she realized something far more serious was happening. Before anyone could react, another autonomous car suddenly sped directly toward their family. Panicking, she quickly turned the steering wheel and barely avoided the collision. But then even more driverless cars began racing toward them. She gripped the wheel tightly, weaving through the wreckage as they barely escaped alive. Unfortunately, the disaster was only beginning. After returning home, the woman immediately opened her computer to figure out what was happening. But the internet suddenly went out. Her phone lost signal completely. At first, nobody seemed too worried. They assumed the outage would be fixed soon. By the time the family got ready for bed, the internet still had not returned. The husband and wife began casually playing with building blocks to pass the time. Then suddenly, someone knocked on the front door. Sensing danger immediately, the husband grabbed a wooden stick before cautiously opening it. Standing outside were their landlords. The couple explained that while trying to drive back into the city, their vehicle's navigation system stopped working without a signal, leaving them stranded with nowhere to go. So they returned to the old house instead. The family quickly invited them inside, but the moment the landlord stepped through the doorway, a loud alarm suddenly echoed throughout the house. Since it was already late at night, they decided to ignore it and head back to bed. The next morning, the woman woke up and checked her phone. Several emergency news alerts suddenly appeared on the screen. According to the reports, the nationwide blackout and communication failure had been caused by a massive hacker attack. She immediately tried to tell her husband, but just as he woke up, the news alerts mysteriously disappeared. Her phone lost signal once again. Things only became stranger from there. Later that morning, their daughter discovered dozens of deer gathered together nearby. The animals stood perfectly still like they were warning everyone about the disaster. To uncover the truth, the husband decided to drive out and search for answers himself. Meanwhile, the landlord visited a nearby neighbor's house hoping to find help. The home looked like it had been violently looted. The only useful thing he found was a satellite phone, but even that had no signal. With no other options left, the landlord walked toward the open beach. But the moment he stepped onto the sand, he froze in horror. Pieces of a crashed airplane were scattered across the entire shoreline. Then, while he stood there, another passenger jet suddenly roared out of the sky and came hurtling straight toward him. If you love your mother, like and subscribe to the channel and comment, "I love my mom."